Hey, what's up everybody? This is Corey from My2Cents, and today we have a Dmax armor screen protector we're going to put on. This is a little bit different than the style that I usually use. This is going to be a pill and stick style protector. So we're going to give this a little bit of a whirl. I've had some tricky times putting on some of the wet screen protectors onto the S7 Edge, and I thought maybe this would make it a little bit easier to put on. So we'll take a look at this and see exactly how this goes down. So we have a 2-pack of this screen protector, which is kind of cool. We got a microfiber cloth, the actual screen protector, and then just a little squeegee card from them. So we get just inside of it, it has a protector on both sides. One side is a clear protector, the other side is a yellow protector. What we'll need to do is clean the phone, peel the backing off of the screen protector, lay it down, and then peel the top layer off. So we're just going to clean it, make sure it's nice and shiny. Now I did clean this phone a little bit before we got started, so I won't have to do a ton on it. Now the one thing that this instructions tell you to do is to peel back just part of this backing off of it. Don't peel it all the way off. Line it up, lay it down, and then use a squeegee card as you peel it backwards to install the protector onto the phone. This is supposed to make it a little bit easier, and plus it should make it so less dust gets trapped underneath. Now, the goal of this is to see if the edges go down easier than they would with a, let's say, the Liquid Skin or a Skinomi or any of those other film style protectors. So we're going to go ahead and put this down. We're going to line it up. And one thing that I wasn't expecting is this has the same type of adhesive that you would see with your ballistic glass protectors, that kind of silicone adhesive that lets you kind of peel it up and down. So you can see that I've peeled back just half of the backing off of it. Just using my squeegee card as we move it backwards up the phone and laying it kind of down. I'm trying to squeeze out as many bubbles as I possibly can as we go. Looks like the sticker is kind of causing it to not want to peel all the way off, so we'll skip that for just a second. And we're just using the squeegee to help push the screen protector downwards as we're pulling the backing off. It's not exactly lined up, but it's pretty close. Next step is to basically take our squeegee and try to put all the bubbles out of the phone. We'll try to get them all out of the main screen before we start laying the edges down. The squeegee card is not that great that they provided you. So it looks like we have all the bubbles out of this side, so we'll put this down here and see how that sticks on. Looking pretty good. Doesn't want to go down exactly perfect. You can see it's kind of wanting to lift itself back up. I'm suspecting it's from how thick the backing is on the protector itself. Doesn't want to lay flat. And when I went to go pull it up there, I pulled the whole protector off. So maybe what we'll do is actually take this top layer backing off now that we have really the majority of the bubbles out of it, and see if that helps us put it down a little bit easier. And be careful when you're pulling the backing off. You can see that I pulled up a little bit of the protector there also. I didn't actually pull very hard. I pulled pretty lightly. Some of those bubbles look like they may be from the actual backing. So now, the reason why they want you to leave the backing on while you do this is so you don't damage the protector as you're putting it down. So just try to use your fingers as much as possible. Sometimes these bubbles on these edges are a little tricky to get out, so you may have to actually push them downwards rather than towards the mid frame of the phone. Working our thumb downwards seems to work better on installing this protector. But it definitely is adhering to the sides of the phone much better than we saw with the IQ Liquid Skin. So we can get this little tiny bubble out of here. You can see that just pressing it down and it sticks in, which is great compared to what we've seen in some of the other protectors itself. And then just use our corners to help push this bubble out. Some of these bubbles can be a little tricky to get out. Once you get them towards the edge, you can just use your finger and they'll push right out for you. And sorry about the focus, I didn't realize it was so far off the table itself when I was doing this. So just using my finger to kind of squeegee them out as much as possible. Use our squeegee cards to get those last few out, just right around hit the edge here. There we go. Looks to be pretty solid. Lined up with the cutouts pretty well. Little bubble up here at the top, hiding underneath the silver portion. Let's take a little bit closer look at this, and you can see that it actually went down pretty easy. There's not a lot of the, I guess, plasticky marks you'd see on some of the other protectors out there. It's pretty smooth. It doesn't feel extremely rubbery. It's got a good feel to it, nice and light on the finger. Doesn't have a ton of those little wrinkles. You can still see them in there with most films. Doesn't actually look like glass. You can put a thin case on the phone, and it doesn't bother it at all. As long as it doesn't lip around the edge of the case very much, you shouldn't have an issue. I was trying a different case, a thicker case, I think it was the Neo Hybrid speaking case, and it just pushed the protector off. I'll show you that here real quick. Putting the thicker case on, it looks like it was a rugged case, and doing so caused the bottom part to bubble up a little bit. So not the best thing to use with a lipped phone case. But if you're interested in this product, I'll throw the link up down below in the description. I'd give it probably a 3.5, possibly a 4 stars if you're using with a thin case. I will be doing a glass review and a couple other protector reviews, so we'll see how this fares against the other protectors that I do. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.